In the world of football, there are moments that transcend club loyalty, national pride, or even the scoreboard. Sometimes, it's not the goals that stay with you. It's the gestures, the respect, the legacy being passed down in the smallest of exchanges. That's exactly what unfolded when Liverpool's Hungarian midfield dynamo, Dominik Szoboszlai, came face-to-face with his childhood idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. The two shared a pitch during a thrilling World Cup qualifier between Hungary and Portugal. And what happened after the final whistle said as much about football's soul as anything that occurred during the 90 minutes of action. Szoboszlai, now a household name for Reds fans, had grown up watching Ronaldo light up the Champions League with Real Madrid. Like many players of his generation, he modeled his mindset, discipline, and drive after CR7. So when Hungary hosted Portugal in Budapest earlier in the qualifying campaign, Dom seized the opportunity to finally meet his idol on equal footing. At full time, he approached Ronaldo for a jersey swap, only to find the Portuguese icon had already given his shirt to another player. But rather than brush him off, Ronaldo smiled and promised, "Next time in Lisbon, I'll have one ready for you." It was a quiet, casual moment, the kind you wouldn't catch in the headlines. But it set the stage for something special. Fast forward a month later. The return fixture at Lisbon's Estádio da Luz had all the makings of a routine Portuguese triumph. Ronaldo, always the showman in front of his home crowd, bagged two magnificent goals, a thunderbolt from outside the box and a clinical finish in the second half, pushing Portugal toward yet another win. But Szoboszlai had other ideas. In the 5th minute of stoppage time, after a mix-up in the box, Hungary earned a late penalty. Szoboszlai, legs weary from 90-plus minutes of chasing shadows, stepped up to the spot. With nerves of steel, he slotted the ball past the keeper. 2-2. Hungary had stolen a point from a European giant, ending Portugal's flawless qualification run. Speaking to the Hungarian press after the match, Szoboszlai admitted he was so exhausted that he didn't even consider running a short corner. "I just wanted it over, but I knew we had a chance," he said with a grin. The grit, the timing, the moment, it was pure Scouser spirit. Still, the best part came after the final whistle. As players shook hands and fans filed out, Ronaldo kept his word. He walked up to Szoboszlai, pulled a pristine Portugal jersey from his kit bag, and handed it over with a smile. The two shared a brief hug, and then, in a gesture that left Dom speechless, Ronaldo whispered, "Great goal, Dom," and followed him on Instagram. But the story didn't end there. In a post-match interview with Portuguese media, Ronaldo didn't hold back in his praise for the Liverpool midfielder. "Szoboszlai is the best modern midfielder in Europe right now," he said. "He's got everything: vision, technique, drive, lethal from set pieces. He reminds me of myself when I was younger, full of hunger, always chasing goals." From a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, those words are pure gold. They're not handed out lightly. For Szoboszlai, who has been captaining Hungary since 2023 and now boasts nearly 60 international caps at just 24, this wasn't just a personal highlight. It was a full-circle moment. Back at Liverpool, Dom has been a revelation since his arrival. Whether deployed as a right back in emergencies, a deep-lying playmaker, or his more natural attacking midfield role, he's proven indispensable under new manager Arne Slot. He's missed just one Carabao Cup match this season, putting in full 90-minute performances across 10 other fixtures. Tireless, versatile, and fearless. Exactly the kind of player that embodies what Liverpool's next generation needs. And now, with the respect of the game's biggest name in his pocket, and his shirt literally on his back, Szoboszlai has the wind behind him like never before. But Liverpool isn't just a one-man story these days. While Szoboszlai's moment with Ronaldo captured hearts, Another young name has quietly etched his presence into the club's long-term plans. Enter Giovanni Leone, the 18-year-old Italian centre-back, who was recently shortlisted for the 2025 Golden Boy Award. Liverpool signed him from Parma in a $26 million move over the summer, hoping to groom a future defensive pillar. And in his early showings, especially during pre-season and youth-level matches, Leone looked the part. Calm on the ball, aggressive in duels, and mentally sharp. He even earned praise from Italian legend Arrigo Sacchi, who remarked that Leone was built to anchor Italy's defense for years. Sadly, fate had other plans. In his only senior appearance for Liverpool, a gritty Carabao Cup win over Southampton, Leone tore his ACL. Arne Slot confirmed the worst. The teenager would be sidelined for the season. Injury expert Ben Dinnery warned that recovery could stretch into early 2027, robbing the Reds of a generational talent just as he was set to break through. It's a cruel twist, but Liverpool are in no rush. The 6-year contract and investment speak volumes. This club believes in Leone long-term, and when he returns, he'll still be young enough to make a massive impact. And as Liverpool's future unfolds, it's worth looking back at the deal that changed everything. The one that brought Mohamed Salah to Anfield. In the summer of 2017, Roma were ready to cash in, but they weren't about to roll over. Their then sporting director, Monchi, had already built a reputation as a shrewd negotiator from his time at Sevilla. Liverpool's initial offer? $33 million. But Monchi saw how badly Klopp wanted Salah and pushed the fee to $55 million with add-ons. A sharp bit of business at the time, it felt expensive. Today, it looks like daylight robbery. Salah, of course, has since become a Liverpool icon. 248 goals in 411 games. Top scorer in the Premier League era. A relentless presence in big matches, especially against Manchester United, where he's scored 11 in his last 13. Under Slot, he's still leading the line with the hunger of a man chasing his first goal. Monchi, in a recent interview, admitted Roma squeezed every last euro out of the deal. But in hindsight, it was Liverpool who walked away with the treasure. He was already whispering about Klopp's project, Monchi said. He knew where he was going. That project, built on vision, hunger, and smart recruitment, continues today. With Szoboszlai showing leadership, Salah still delivering world-class performances, and young players like Leone waiting in the wings, Liverpool's engine is humming once again. It's easy to get lost in the drama of transfers, injuries, and tactics. But then, you see a moment like the one in Lisbon, a young player getting validation from a living legend, not with words alone, but with actions. Ronaldo didn't just acknowledge Szoboszlai's talent, he honored it. And in doing so, he passed a symbolic torch from one generation to the next. Football is full of rivalries, but it's these moments of mutual respect that keep fans coming back. Because when the final whistle blows and the shirts are swapped, it's not about who scored more, it's about the legacy left behind. Szoboszlai might never forget the night he scored against Portugal in Lisbon. But more than the goal, he'll remember the hand on his shoulder, the smile from his idol, and the unspoken message that he truly belongs on football's biggest stage.